Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm Grace. Welcome to week 10, Ecstatic Movement. We will be moving in some spontaneous flows. So I'm inviting you to put your favorite music on, and I will be moving in some different poses. But I want you to be moving spontaneously. It may be in different poses, or maybe you'll stay in a pose a little longer than me. Maybe you'll just be moving spontaneously. So this is really an invitation to explore the movement that your body is wanting to express. When we're in the poses, we're going to play with moving spontaneously in some poses. Uh, and then we're going to be moving into some balances. And we're going to bring a focus to um, this idea of surrender, this last niyama that we've been focusing on, and see if we can surrender into the pose, surrender into the expression of the pose, the energy of the pose, a little deeper into the relaxation into the pose, and relaxing the body into the pose, and relaxing into the intentions of the poses and the movements. So we're just going to have fun, and you may just be moving all on your own, doing your own thing this whole time, or maybe you'll be following me a little bit. So you have permission to stray from anything that I'm doing. And if you feel inspired to move in different ways, you can do that. So beautiful. Let's get started. Finding a comfortable seat, easy seat, Sukhasana. Feeling that earth beneath you, supporting you. You are held, you are safe, you are supported. And beginning to bring that breath down to the belly, triggering this relaxation response. I've got my hand mudra chin, the thumb and the pointer finger are touching. The other three fingers are just relaxed out, and I'm resting them on my knees. And beginning to simply check in with yourself, checking in with the physical body, this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Noticing with no judgment, no need to change anything. We're just the neutral witness observer. And moving our attention from this most dense sheath of the Annamaya Kosha to the Pranamaya Kosha, a little more subtle. The energy, feeling that energy inside you and around you. It's dynamic energy field within your body and around the body. And moving up and in and out to even more subtle aspects of our being, our next sheath or layer of our being, the Manomaya Kosha. Noticing the emotions that are arising and any thoughts that are coming from this lower manas mind. Any wounds that may be triggered or a disempowering story, we can simply notice that from a neutral observer space. With love and compassion. And moving up into this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this wisdom body, this expanded awareness, this higher intelligence, finding that silent stillness, being that non-reactive presence, the observer, the witness, resting in a state of peace, finding that quiet, peaceful place within your own mind, seeing that pool of water within your mind, calming, smooth as glass, beautiful reflection of the sky and trees around it. And taking this moment to set that intention for yourself. Something you'd like to create, stating it in the positive and the present, and visualizing in detail what that looks like for you, as if you're already right there, feeling all the emotions in action. And a couple breaths with some mental rehearsal for our intention. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. And beginning to move your body, do some circles around the pelvis. And going slow enough so that you can feel the sensations, keeping that breath flowing. And your body may be wanting to move in a different way, so honoring that. And seeing if there's little parts of the body that you don't move much, little sensations that you don't feel so often that you can move. If you want to move into a gentle twist, making sure if you are twisting, you twist both directions. And my body's feeling like moving into a couple forward folds. Move into a little Baddha Konasana, butterfly, forward fold, rocking first. flapping those wings. And bringing those legs down towards the earth as I lengthen the spine and hinging forward. And then moving spontaneously in this forward fold, if this is where you're at. Keeping that breath flowing. And this is really the opportunity to move in ways that feel good and enjoy the sensations and the movements and the stretching in your body. It's okay to enjoy and feel good in your body the way it's meant to be. And if you feel come into some more forward folding, you can do that. We're going to slowly start to come up. If you feel guided to, I'm going to like the table pose is a nice transition pose, moving into cat cow. Finding any kind of spontaneous movements that you'd like to make, or maybe moving from up dog to child's pose. Honoring how your body wants to move. And taking any breaks you want. Maybe as you move into child's pose or a seated pose, you may just want to sit for a moment and absorb and integrate. And I'm coming back into my table and I'm going to move into a little bit of lunge rocks with some spontaneous movements. And making sure you are working on one side, that you always make sure to balance that with the other side. Keeping that breath flowing and all your focus on the sensation in the body, maintaining an intention to connect with this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this higher self, this wiser, expanded intelligence. The invitation, if you'd like, is to come up. I'm going to come up into a downward facing dog, gently coming up to and making some spontaneous movements here that feel good for you. And as you make your way up to a standing, you can maybe start just in a nice forward fold. You're in a forward fold. Let's really gently and slowly roll up. Allowing those vertebrae to stack from the lower to the upper, all the way to the cervicals that brings the neck to the center. And you can invite a few balancing poses. And if you're in a flow of spontaneous flow, then just keep moving. If you'd like to join me with some balancing poses, and this is our day for some balancing poses. So let's begin with our tree pose. It's always a nice entry into the balancing. I'm going to bring all my energy and all my weight into this right standing leg, very little in the left. And then I'm going to open up this left hip. Now I'm just going to rest my left heel on the right leg. And this may be your balance, your tree. You can bring those branches up, be whatever kind of tree you want to be. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little more with the balance, you can bring that up to the shin, the foot, that left foot. We try to avoid the knees, but you can bring it up to the thigh. And you can even bring it up into lotus. So find your tree Find your branches. Find a drishti to gaze at and breathe. And one more breath. Beautiful. And let's release that left leg. Down, bringing the branches down. And let's set up for the other side, bringing your energy and your weight into this left standing leg. Very little weight on the right. And we can open up this right hip, rest the right heel onto the left leg. And then find your position if you want to challenge yourself a little more, whether you're down here on the shin, the inner thigh, or lotus. Bringing your branches up, finding that drishti, and breathe. Beautiful job in releasing down. Easy. And let's shake out the legs and the arms. And let's move into standing hand to toe or hand to foot. So the option is that you can use these peace fingers to grab that big toe, or you can take your hands and wrap it around the foot. Either way works. So we're going to bring the energy and the weight into the right standing leg and feeling that leg rounding deep into the earth, rooting in and lifting that left leg up. I like to help that knee up. So you can either grab that toe with your peace fingers, or you can bring a hand. And find your drishti and breathe. And one more nice deep breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. And bringing your weight and your energy into this left standing leg. Imagining that go nice and deep. And we're going to lift this right leg up. And you can help that leg up, that knee up, and find your variation. Please no, please no. And one more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. And we move into our eagle pose. And there's a couple different ways. I don't know if we've gone into it through chair. So let's make sure I give you that option. So we can move into chair before we move into our eagle. Hey, baby. Always wants a little attention. So as you bend the knees, scoop the butt back like you're sitting in a chair. You can bring those arms up. And let's relax the arms down for right now because we're going to use these legs. So eventually, when we go into eagle, we bend down after we get into the pose. We're going to get into this before. So bringing the weight into the right leg, feeling the grounding there, and lifting the left leg and bringing it over. If you can wrap the foot behind, great. Coming back to center. And then bringing those arms out. And we're going to bring the left arm underneath the right. And then bringing those elbows down a little bit. The hands are right in front of you. Find your drishti and breathe. One more breath. Beautiful job. And release, coming out. And we're going to move to the other side. So moving into your chair, scooting the buttocks back, just like you're going to sit on a chair. Bringing the weight and the energy into this left standing leg. Lifting the right over the left. Bringing those arms out. And now the right is going to go under. And then bringing those elbows down. Finding your drishti. You're able to bring that foot behind the calf. Beautiful. Not just let it hang down. And breathe. And coming out. Beautiful job. Let's do one more balance. Let's do our dancer. I think we've done enough of that. Now I'll stand to the side. It's easier to see on the side. So in our dancer pose, going to bring all your weight and all your energy into the right standing leg. Feel that rooted into the earth, reaching deep down into the earth, solid. Very little weight on the left leg. Let's begin by bringing that right arm up and extending it up. And then taking this left hand and opening it up so the palm is facing out. And then lifting that left foot up. You can grab that left leg, that left foot, so your hand is right in the arch of that foot. And then we're going to please no. I'm going to take a quick break here. Just move him over there. Lifting that foot up and hinging. Pressing the left foot into the left hand as you bring the best you can, bringing that left leg parallel to the floor. And breathe. One more breath. And coming up. Beautiful job. And we'll move to the other side. Bringing the weight and the energy into this left standing leg. Feeling that root down into the earth. Nice and solid. Very little weight on the right leg. Reaching this left arm up. Opening up the right hand. And as you lift the right leg, grabbing the inside of that left arch and beginning to hinge forward, pressing the foot into the hand as you bring that thigh as best as you can parallel to the earth. Find your drishti and breathe. One more breath. And if you drop out, just come back in. And coming down. Beautiful job. Well, that's good for our balances. Let's just do a little bit of spontaneous movement standing up, maybe shaking out the body. Just find all the different ways you can shake your body. Shaking is really good because we have so much locked in our physical cells, toxins, emotions, past traumas. And so we can shake that out, that energetically move that energy, move those emotional blockages and those traumas and wounds. We just shake them out. So just take a moment here to just shake your body any way you can, moving it. And if you feel like doing a little bouncing, bouncing is another way we can really move the energies. We can break through blockages in the body, move toxins. Bounce and shake a little at the same time. You might want to add a little kick. To your bounce. And this is when you have the opportunity to move around your space. And have some fun. Do some things that are different with your arms. And if you have music on, you may just want to dance to your music a little bit. Slow dance, fast dance, just enjoying the movement in your body. Getting into it any way that works for you. But for sure, having fun. And you may even want to move into a pose if you want. Just do some spontaneous movements in a pose. You can be in a warrior one and begin to just move spontaneously in your warrior one. Making sure to go to both sides. Flowing in and out of poses or in and out of movements. Trying to find some ways you don't normally move for yourself. Ways that feel good. As you bring this body to life and increase the prana, cleanse. And you can start to slow down if you want. Gentle bounce. Maybe a pose you want to move in. A moving star. Be the dancing star. Maybe goddess. And be the dancing goddess. Maybe forward, wide leg forward fold and moving in that. And eventually coming a little lower now, we're coming back down, maybe in a squat, maybe a standing yoga mudra. Maybe you're in an ustrasana camel, gently coming down. Open the body, slow things down a little bit. And eventually coming all the way down onto the earth. And we're going to do just a couple fun things on our backs. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Rock around a little bit. And let's bring those legs up and maybe shake those legs a little bit. Let's bring the feet down and let's move into a nice little hip opener, supine pigeon, or 4 square. I have my right ankle just above my left knee, lifting the left foot and clasping the hands behind the left hamstring and gently pulling that left leg into the body. Feeling a nice opening in the right hip. Using that right elbow to open that right leg and breathe. Releasing, releasing that leg down, moving over to the other side. Left ankle just above the right knee, lifting that right leg up and pulling that right leg into the body. Feeling a nice hip opening. And breathe. And releasing that leg down. And let's bring the feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Rocking back and forth a little bit. Releasing and relaxing that lower back. And then coming to neutral and gently pulling those legs into the body, those feet. And breathe. Then let's wrap the hands around the outsides of the feet and bring those legs out nice and wide. The soles of the feet facing the sky, and gently pulling those legs down, knees coming down towards the armpit, the floor, being careful that it's not coming down onto your ribs. Enjoying that nice hip opening. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And let's bring those legs straight out, nice wide. Feeling a nice stretch on both legs. And let's bend one knee in and move and stretch one leg at a time, noticing all the beautiful sensations in your body, in this leg as it stretch and move it. Then switching legs, bending that left leg and moving that opposite leg out. Noticing the sensations to isolate this one leg and breathe. And move into some Ujjayi breath if you like. Basking in that Vijnanamaya Kosha. And moving into your happy baby from here, just kicking the legs around, playing with them any ways that feel good, having fun. And making any last movements, maybe a pose that your body's craving, doing that now. And finding your way into your Savasana pose. Resting on your back, getting nice and comfortable. Maybe bringing the palms up, the legs a little wide, feet plopped out. You need a blanket or something under your knees. Making yourself nice and comfortable as we complete this practice with our final pose as we integrate and absorb the asana practice. Allowing your body to sink deeply into the earth, relaxing and letting go of all tension in the muscles, relaxing all the systems, the bones, the digestive organs, lungs, the respiratory system, and inviting that nervous system to relax and the brain to be soothed. As you sink deep into the earth, feeling your body become heavier and expanding through those koshas into Pranamaya Kosha, the energy, prana, the life force that is you. And expanding into Manamaya Kosha, the manas, the thoughts, and whatever emotions are arising, allowing them to simply be, watching and experiencing as a neutral observer. Expanding into this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this wisdom body, this higher mind, expanding and relaxing into this more subtle causal body. And as we rest in Vijnanamaya Kosha and the higher mind, we stay open at any time with the grace of Samadhi and Anandamaya Kosha. Taking A nice deep breath into that lower belly. You kindly and gently come back into your body, back into this Vijnanamaya Kosha, feeling the earth underneath, wiggling the fingers and the toes, stretching out the arms and the legs. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side or the other. Taking a breath here. And gently and kindly bringing yourself up to a seated position. And taking this moment to check in with yourself. First, checking in. How are you doing on this sheath, this layer of your being called Annamaya, the physical body? Scanning and noticing the energy body, the prana, the life force. And moving to the Manamaya Kosha, noticing the lower mind. Where is it at? Is it calm? Is it agitated? Basking in the emotional body, feeling everything fully. No judgment, no labels, just feeling. And then scanning and noticing this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this expanded higher mind, expanding into this space of silent stillness, noticing. And then bringing yourself back to that intention you set and practicing a little mental rehearsal as we see ourselves vividly, feeling all the emotions of this intention fully manifested right here, right now. And releasing that intention with this or better, this or better, this or better. And we'll conclude this practice with a namaste prayer. You can bring your hands in Anjali Mudra, palms together, right up to the heart. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this ecstatic movement practice today. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.